Late 2019, when A.J. Hanschel was diagnosed with leukemia, described to his family as the best kind.
But genetic testing soon showed his cancer cells were different, and his fight would actually be unlike many others. Case Wilbanks has that story.
You could say the force is strong with this one, and his Lego building skills are out of this world. The hobby that started when A.J. Hanschel was 7 would become a lifeline when he was 13.
All I knew is that it was a pretty bad disease, so I was definitely scared a little bit, yeah. Or a little bit is an understatement.
The 7th grader at Trinity Christian thought sports were making him tired and causing back pain, but it was something much worse.
When he came into the kitchen one day and was completely out of breath, I'm like, we're going to the doctor.
It just kind of spiraled out after that into just a series of events to where we had to go check blood work, and then eventually when we got those results back, we were told to go to the ER.
The test ran, we got the results back that it was leukemia. We didn't get the results back, the genetic testing back, for several weeks.
Dr. Erin Barr is a pediatric oncologist at UMC Children's Hospital. She says that genetic testing showed AJ was suffering from more than acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
One of the things we worry about with hypodiploid leukemia is its higher risk to come back and can be sometimes harder to treat.
Dr. Barr says treatment for hypodiploid leukemia has changed over time and continues to, but UMC is part of the Children's Oncology Group, allowing them to collaborate with other experts.
We watched more closely for him for signs, symptoms. If there's anything abnormal, then we're certainly going to do more investigations earlier, knowing that he's higher risk.
Just feeling sick all the time. So I couldn't do a lot of stuff. I couldn't hang out with friends, I couldn't play sports, couldn't do anything besides lay in bed. And that was really miserable for me, because the treatment was so long that it took a couple of days just to finish like the chemo. So I was in a hospital for a good amount of days then, and then a separate time the chemo had messed up with my liver.
Those long days and weeks of treatment were complicated by reactions to medications, and one Saturday, a frightening discovery.
We were all here, everything seemed normal, and she walked into his room and he was passed out. He was just out on the floor, non-responsive.
It's still unknown exactly what happened, but the Hanschel family says through all the twists and turns, UMC Children's Hospital was just down the road.
He pulled right through it, and UMC was there to take care of him.
And AJ says the doctors and nurses made him feel as comfortable as possible, and that's also where those Legos come in.
Therapeutic. When you build it, you kind of get your mind off things.
He says those Lego sets he'd get in the hospital were almost as important as the medicine itself. It gave him a distraction, and Dr. Barr agrees a positive hospital experience is vital for treatment.
When you're stuck in the hospital for weeks, sometimes on end, the Children's Miracle Networks help support our child life with games and activities that they can do to keep them entertained.
You had child life specialists who also shared in my faith, so they would often discuss about these types of things in front of me, which would always encourage me to keep fighting and not to give up hope.
Hope that one day he'd ring this bell.
It's kind of surreal, because you've been looking forward to it for such a long time.
That light at the end of the tunnel his family had been looking forward to as well, and one UMC Children's Hospital let them see.
The child specialist really came in handy for us just to talk through life.
The emotional support for the patient and the families, any donation to Children's Miracle Network, it goes a long way.
And when it all comes together at UMC Children's Hospital, it's a force unlike any other.
It's not just the medicines, it is the whole patient and the family group that we need to treat, and that's how you get them out to the other side and being amazing people like AJ is.